the Aloft Langkawi Pantai Tengah, located near to Pantai Tengah, aka Tengah Beach. Both the Riyaz and the Aloft are operating in the same area. Whichever hotel you are at, whether you are at the Riyaz or the Aloft, you can easily see the other one. So, how do the two hotels compare? And ultimately, if you're planning a trip to Langkawi, you'll want to know, is it worth staying here? My answer to that question is... Okay, wait. Before I give you my answer to that question, let me share with you our experience at this hotel first.
Thank you.
Alright, we are here at Aloft, our second hotel in Langkawi. This is what the reception looks like. The hotel employees were friendly and helpful, and we had a smooth check-in. After you check in, on the way to the lift lobby, you'll encounter an entire wall with a map showing you the nearby places of interest. And on that same wall, you can find a schedule of activities organized by the hotel. I'm sure families with children will be especially thrilled to see a number of activities for kids. The Aloft is also a smoke-free hotel. No ifs and buts about it. Pun totally intended. The hotel offers 9 room types. You can choose between a rainforest view or sea view, large balcony or small balcony, 1 king bed or 2 twin beds. We stayed at a guest room with a sea view and large balcony. And voila! The guest room with a sea view and large balcony looks almost bare bones if you compare it with the Riyaz. Some might even say it's a downgrade, which maybe it is. But the rest of the hotel does put up a fair fight against the Riyaz, which we'll get to later. Here's the mini bar. Not as fancy looking as the one at the Riyaz. No wine glasses, for example. Instead, you get 1 kettle to boil water, a couple bottles of mineral water, several teas and instant coffees along with sugars and creamers. Pretty standard stuff. There is some kind of snack, which, if memory serves, was chocolate. That was pretty nice. In the room were 2 basic looking twin beds, but don't let looks fool you. They were very comfy to sleep in. And quite importantly, at least for us, the air conditioning is just right. Almost perfect, in fact. The room was always cool and comfortable and never too cold. It never felt like there was too strong of a breeze blowing out of the aircon vents. The room also comes with a couple of beanbags that we never used. The opportunity just never presented itself. I suppose you could use them in the balcony. Speaking of the balcony, here's the actual view. Technically a sea view, but there isn't at the hotel in front of us, although it doesn't really obstruct our view. Here's the bathroom. Unlike the junior suite at the Riyaz, there's just 1 sink, no his and hers, 1 shower stall, no bathtub, and the toilet's not enclosed in a separate space. So unless you have absolutely zero boundaries with whomever you're sharing this room with, then realistically only 1 person can use this bathroom at a time. You also get 2 more bottles of mineral water, making it 4 bottles in total. 2 sets of toothbrush and toothpaste, body lotion, and hand soap. Next to the sink is a laundry basket to drop your dirty clothes in if you want to make use of the hotel's laundry service. All your showering needs are taken care of with shampoo, conditioner, and shower gel, all by Dry Bar. Last but not least, the safe and the closet are located in the bathroom as well. The breakfast buffet is held at their in-house restaurant called Nook, which is right next to the swimming pool. Obviously, the decor cannot hold a candle to the Riyaz, but at least the food is a bit better in taste and has slightly better variety. It just felt like this hotel has already ironed out all the kinks in its breakfast buffet offering and isn't still trying to figure things out. I like how they offer local dishes like nasi lemak and Malay kueh to go nicely with the more common international food like hash browns and eggs and croissants and so on. You can dine inside where it's air conditioned, but you also have the option of dining al fresco if you prefer that, in which case you'll be seated within a stone's throw of the swimming pool. Other than the breakfast buffet, the Nook restaurant also serves lunch and dinner. We had lunch at Nook the day we checked into the hotel, and I have to say, I really enjoyed the food. They have a nice selection of Asian and Western and international cuisine. We ordered a chicken burger and margarita pizza, and they were delicious. You should absolutely consider having lunch or dinner at Nook at least once. The pool at the Aloft Hotel is actually pretty nice. The pool at the Riyaz was a standard rectangular shape, whereas the pool at the Aloft has a slightly irregular shape, but it does feel bigger. It's also more like an infinity pool. It offers a bit more privacy, as far as privacy goes when it comes to a publicly accessible pool. The reason I say that is you can get to the far side of the pool where it's closer to the road and you're further away from the people on the deck chairs. Whereas at the Riyaz pool, you're surrounded on all sides by deck chairs, so in a crowded peak hour type of situation, you pretty much have nowhere to go if you want to get a little further away from the crowd. I mean, not that there was an issue when we were there, but just saying. There is a kids pool, but it was closed when we were there. Hopefully it's open by the time you book your trip there. And finally, where there was just one smaller jacuzzi type of pool at the Riyaz, tucked away in a hidden corner. Over here at the Aloft, there are 4 jacuzzi type pools. 2 on the left side, over here, and another 2 on the right side. Now, being able to dip into a nice big swimming pool and splash around is all well and good, but what would complete the experience is to be able to sip on a drink while relaxing on a deck chair by the pool. Maybe even grab a bite. And fortunately, there are 2 bars at the Aloft Hotel. One of them is right by the pool, and it's rather appropriately named Splash Bar. So, other than having a drink or 2 by the pool, you can also play a little bit of foosball. And if you're feeling peckish, you can also order some grub since the Nook restaurant is right next to the Splash Bar. The other bar is located in the hotel lobby and it's called WXYZ Bar. If the poolside bar is closed and you haven't had enough to drink, you can hang out here and continue filling your body with all that lovely alcohol and sugar and all that good stuff. And with Crazy Hour available daily, you can get 1 free drink with every 2 purchased. And where you could play foosball at the Splash Bar, over here at the WXYZ Bar, you can play pool. Football fans, rejoice! While downing a pint or several of your favorite beer, you can also catch a football match or 2. Now, you can get some food at the bar, but if the kitchen has closed and you're still hungry, you can simply walk over to the in-house convenience store to pick up a snack. The store is called Refuel by Aloft. And yes, it's situated within the hotel itself, right in the lobby, very near to the WXYZ bar and just behind the reception. Talk about convenience. You don't even have to step out of the hotel to get some snacks. At the Refuel by Aloft, you can choose from cup noodles, potato chips, sandwiches, soft drinks, and even ice cream. And I know what you're thinking, but no, these are not complimentary. You'll have to pay for them. You can probably charge them to your room if you happen to have not brought any cash or card with you. And after all that feasting and drinking, your belly's probably full to bursting at this point, and you're starting to feel sleepy, what with all the oxygen being diverted to your stomach to digest the ridiculous amount of food and drink you've imbibed. At this point, you may be tempted to head back to your room and take a nap. But in case you're not one of those who doesn't care one lick about their health, then you'll want to hit the gym. And you'll be pleased to know that the gym at the Aloft is big and spacious and looks to have all the equipment that you need. Somehow the Aloft gym just feels more airy and more spacious and with more natural light than the one at the Riyaz. The gym is open 24 hours. You just have to tap your keycard to get access. So if you wake up in the middle of the night for whatever reason and can't get back to sleep, you can go to the gym. But let's say you have children and you're wondering, okay, so I want to get a workout in, but in the meantime, what do I do with my child? Well, that's where I, as a parent, am happy to say that the hotel has a kids club. And it's a pretty nice one too, with all manner of toys and games, a small little playground slide, a TV, and even a separate room for changing diapers. It's a lot more convenient to keep your little one occupied and entertained while you get busy burning off those calories. And we're almost at the end of this video. So, how does the Aloft compare to the Riyaz? Points in favor of the Aloft: a more spacious gym with more natural light, a kids club, there was none at the Riyaz, the breakfast buffet is nicer and has better variety, and there's Refuel by Aloft within the hotel itself, making it super convenient for you to pick up a snack if you're hungry at night. Some things that didn't compare quite as favorably against the Riyaz: the room is not as nice nor as big. The view is not as good from the hotel and the room. And while the junior suite at the Riyaz Lavanya cost us $180 per night, this room costs $150. So this price difference does make it feel like the Riyaz was better value for money, at least room-wise. So ultimately, if you're planning a trip to Langkawi, you want to know, is it worth staying at Aloft? And my answer to that question is yes. Look, either the Riyaz or Aloft are great options, and you can't really go wrong either way. So it'll come down to what's important to you. Price is a big factor for most people, I imagine, so you want to monitor the likes of Agoda, Klook, Booking.com to check and compare the rates, which are going to fluctuate depending on the season and demand and so on. And if a kids club is an absolute must, then Aloft is really a no-brainer because there is no kids club in Riyaz. Everything else is more or less equivalent. Alright, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.